Hello, everybody.
Oh, hello.
It has been a hot minute or month or two since I've made a video here. Number of reasons. I've been crazy busy with work, life, all that good stuff. So, the time that I do have, I take to actually play the game, and to maybe play in a tournament or two or host a tournament, right? But the video today is going to be a deck profile. It's a really cool deck profile. It is going to be a blue-yellow hybrid, which, if you're familiar with 1.0, that was a cool, interesting deck. But this is updated for 1.5 with some extra bits that I think make it spicy. Now, this is a blue-yellow with Mastemon as one of the top ends. I know Eggman also did a very similar deck profile, but this deck profile that I have has some extra or different twists, I should say. A few different approaches to like the way that it's built. So hopefully you like it. I've really loved the deck. I'm not going to belabor it too much more, but yeah, hopefully you enjoyed the video. And I filmed this while I was streaming. So if there's like some random, if I talk to stream chat, I can't remember. But anyways, enjoy the deck profile. All right. So yeah, we are going to do a quick little deck profile now for this blue-yellow 1.5 with a little bit of purple at the top end. It's a pretty wild deck. I'm not going to say that it's like the best deck in the world, but it's definitely fun to play and very weird. So if we start off, we're going to start off with the babies. I'm actually electing to only play 4 babies, just at all. I doubt you'll ever play games where you will, raise all 5 in a game. Because this deck, if you know blue-yellow, it hard plays things. So we only play 4 Upamons because Upamon is the best baby. You get draw power. Draw power is always good in this deck. So in terms of the rookies, if we're looking at blue-yellow, again, like I said, draw power is important. So the next one that we're going to look at here is 4 of the draw 1 Gabumons. So that's going to be 4 draw 1 Gabumons there. Just again, to draw. In terms of other rookies, though, we do have 3 of these Gabumons, which I don't think is something that you would have seen in a blue-yellow deck in the past. But this Gabumon has an inheritable that lets you trash the Digivolution card at the bottom of one of your opponents with a level 5 or less. So good to trash sources, which is useful for a card that you'll see later. Outside of that, we got 3 of these vanilla Elecmons, which is just good to have 2-drop vanillas, and then 2 of this Gomamon. So overall, in terms of blue rookies, we got, 12 blue rookies, which is pretty good. Pretty good. Who's running Mastemon blue-yellow? Nice. So this is the list that I'm actually talking about. I'm doing this on Twitch, by the way, if you're watching this after. But this is Gorillamon now here. Gorillamon, we're running 4 Gorillas. Great for a 1-cost Evo. Outside of that, though, here is where the blue-yellow starts to get particularly different with 1.5. We're running 4 of the Security Airdramon. This card has security at the end of battle. Play this card without paying its memory cost. This can come in really clutch if it's checked in security. I had a game yesterday against Max where it got checked. Now you have another body on board. Super threatening. And as a level 4, it's really good for one of the level 5s that we have in here. So 2 costs to Evo is also nice. And we're actually going down in terms of the Leomons. Only 2 Leomons in here. This is one where maybe you could switch things out, add some more Leomons. Gaining memory I didn't feel was as important in this list because I'm also playing the TK, the Memory Tamer, which you'll see in a bit. But, 2 gain memory on Leomon is sometimes nice, and just more level 4. So 10 level 4s total. Now this card is what makes blue-yellow a real threat, I think, in this format. We have 4 of these Shakumons. Now, if you're not familiar, which you may not be, Shakumon can evolve from blue or yellow, but in this deck, it only is evolving from blue. But it's a yellow that says this turn, this Digimon is treated as either one, and opponent's turn, all of your opponent's Digimon with no Digivolution cards get security -1. So the only things that can attack for security with this, if they have no Digivolution sources, are things like Volcanic Dramon that have security +1 already. Everything else attacks for nothing. And you'll see how this deck gets really filthy with some other cards. So now you're seeing a bit of why Gabumon is in here to trash Digivolution, because we want to leave them with a board that's basically useless. So we have 4 of those Shakumans. We also have 4 of these Magna Angemons, which are, obviously a staple from blue-yellow in 1.0, which lets you recover 1 from the top of your deck. Now let's get into the top end of our line. We are only playing 3 of the Slash Angemon, which is a 3-cost, level 6, minus 8,000 DP. Good for certain terms if you just want to delete an opponent's Digimon or reduce it and then swing and delete it. So good option to have at the level 6. Another great option at level 6 is we have 3 Kentaurismons, which when you evolve, you choose up to 5 of your opponent's Digimon and they get security -2. So between Shakuman and Kentaurismon, that's a lot of minus security potential in this deck, which really slows the game down, allows you to build up your board state, and then just swing for game on one turn, basically. And then this is where it can start to get really filthy. We play 3 Mastemon in this deck. Now, this Mastemon, it can evolve from yellow. So as you can see, we go from blue bottom, mixed in the middle at level 5, and then up into yellow, and then purple with Mastemon here. And it's Digivolving is when Digivolving, trash 1 card from the top of both players' security. Now, this is a card you drop when you want to change the math that they were expecting for the turn, and then you just win the game, right? They think that they have enough on board to stop you from winning. You trash the security, and if you can swing still on the turn, then boom, you win. And the way that we make sure you can swing is with other cards. But also, we play 1 other card. We play 1 Patamon, because Mastemon also has an ability, play 1 purple or yellow Digimon with level 4 or less from your trash. So we play 1 of these just as a bonus if you get into it. Now, outside of that, we get into the options. And this deck has a lot of options, actually. This is weird. We only have 3 Hammer Spark here. We got 3 Hammer Spark, which is kind of a weird number, but you could maybe find room for a 4th by taking out one of the other options you'll see in a second. We got 3 Kaiser Nail, which will let you bring out something from underneath. So you could bring out another Shakumon if you had to evolve over it, or bring out the Magna Angemon, or even bring out like the Gabumon that lets you draw 1 maybe. So really great card to put more bodies on board and also keep some of these abilities alive. This one is one that I don't know if you need, but 2 Holy Waves. Holy Wave is an option that says recovery +1, and if it's in security, then you check it, and then you just add 1 right back. So it's like a security check that meant nothing. So this is a flex. Maybe you put in an extra Hammer Spark and something else here. So that may not be necessary. Outside of that, though, then this card can be really filthy. 2 Howling Crushers. Howling Crusher says, trash all Digivolution cards under all of your opponent's Digimon. And if you combine that with the Shakumon, that's disgusting. So your opponent can go into their level 7s, their Omnimons, their Alteresses, their Ragnar Lordmons, their doesn't matter. You play a Howling Crusher, or even worse, if they're swinging and that's get checked in security, then you delete all of the Digivolution cards, so they're left with a board that can't attack for security anymore, potentially. Disgusting. So this combo is disgusting. I expect to see more of it in other decks. It makes the game super weird. And then finally, we have 2 of the yellow TKs, which will start you off at 3 for the turn, which is important for Mastemon in particular, because Mastemon's a 4-cost. So if you have a TK and 1 Hammer Spark, you can Mastemon and attack in the same turn. That's important. So, and then it also has the ability to look through your recovery, your security, pull out a yellow, and then recover 1. It's nice. But yeah, that's the deck. Hopefully you think this is interesting. I've had a lot of fun playing it. I would definitely recommend checking this out. Yeah, and let me know what you think.